Hey everybody, we're up here with Josh Henkin at his place, the ever elusive Josh. I haven't been able to catch up with him as much as normal when we're working on the Meltdown project, but since we're here today, I wanted to talk about, kind of corner him down and talk about some stuff that's been going on with his kettlebell training, because I think it's really relevant to maybe a lot more people than I ever would have thought. I actually did a consult with, he came over, was nice enough to come over from California with meeting with his family and stopped in with me. Zoe from the Meltdown Ning site, and he had some issues with grip in his hands, and interesting enough, I just got done talking with Josh, and he's having some similar type issues with his hands, and so I wanted to share some insights, or at least have him share some insights with you guys on what he's been doing to kind of work around, because we hate it to, in all aspects, to try to have to, unless you're terribly deeply injured that you have to actually spend recovery time, to stop our training just because we got a little nick. We would always like to find a workaround that's effective and still moving us towards our goals. So Josh, kind of fill us in on what the scoop is, what's going on with you, to everybody out there.
Well, because I've been dealing with some oral problems that are going to lead to cervical surgery of the jaw, I've had some neck compression on my spine. And anyone that's had any neck spine problems knows that can become weakness and pain down the arms. So I've been dealing with a lot of problems of weakness and pain down my arms, especially during heavy gripping. So what I've tried to do is find a solution to keep training. And part of that is I'll find drills that are relatively comfortable for me to do. Now, an exercise like two-handed swings, you don't need to death grip the bell. So it's a drill that I can do with a soft grip of my hands. Because remember, the arms and the hands are more direct in the weight. Other drills such as, racking the bells and up here and doing squats and lunges and step-ups are fantastic because it doesn't require me to actually hold the weight. And it's also easier than a barbell. A barbell would actually add compression, and dumbbells are hard for me to hold. So the kettlebells actually work really well in that rack position. And then finally, exercises like overhead pressing work well because I can slip the handle over so that I don't have to do a lot of gripping. I can still press the weight. I may not be using all my pressing strength, but it still allows me to train these movement patterns and still make progress, even though gripping is going to be somewhat hard and limiting in the overall training program.
And in that pressing piece there, it just kind of struck me that one of the big, especially from very novice kettlebells or very first-time kettlebells, one of the things we really shy away from or hear people have a problem with is the whack wrist, and actually in your case, the position of what would be the whack wrist or the pressure from the kettlebell is actually helping you be able to continue the movement.
Absolutely, and by actually having an open palm as well, what you find is you have to really tune into the left and utilize it for the body to press it because you can't recruit the rest of the arm as effectively. So you really start to get a gauge of that feedback on the proper pressing position and the muscles utilized. So it's really hard to cheat. You're going to find that your weight may drop, but your performance overall will probably go up. I bet you when I go back to my training after the surgery, that my pressing strength will probably be up.
Very cool. Well, I just thought this would be a really good opportunity to get some insight from you. Haven't seen you for a while, and to hear what you're up to. And I think it's a relevant topic to talk about. So we're glad to get you on and filling everybody full of information.
Awesome. Thanks a lot. I look forward to seeing you.